That was footage of Alabama cops carrying Tony Mitchell, who was arrested by those police officers and charged with attempted murder. He did fire some shots at them when his family called authorities to the house to do a welfare check on him because things weren't going that well for him. So he had a handgun fired at them. This was back on January 27th. They arrested him, had him in jail, as you could imagine. And now the family's filing a lawsuit because, as you saw there, his limp bodies they were carrying wasn't really responsive. Here's the details. The mother of Anthony Tony Mitchell, a Walker County man who died in police custody in January, she has filed a federal lawsuit against multiple jail officials, including Sheriff Nick Smith, alleging that authorities deprived the man of his constitutional rights by leaving him in the jail's walk-in freezer or similar frigid environment for hours. I don't know how that happened. The case, lawyers for the family wrote in the complaint, raises an appalling question. How does a man literally freeze to death while incarcerated in a modern climate-controlled jail in the custody and care of corrections officers? Again, he fired some shots apparently at these officers. They had him in custody. I'm not sure if there was some kind of revenge thought happening or still a little bit scared about what is it almost happened to them. But I'm not sure if just freezing to death in what would be like a walk-in freezer is the normal kind of way that you hold folks in. Here's the images of the way that they, let's look at these images of the way that they were handling him before he passed away. Again, naked in this room and seemingly putting up a bit of a struggle. I'm not gonna deny that he probably was, but then it led to this. There's a little bit more about the nature of how this whole thing went down and if it really makes sense for what is it they're saying. The cell lacked a bed or other furnishing is what their lawsuit said. There was only a drain in the floor that could be used as a toilet. The cell was bare cement, the equivalent of a dog kennel. But unlike a dog, Tony was not even given a mat to sleep on. Again, that's from the suit. At least 5 hours passed from the time that Mitchell was removed from the frigid environment until he was transported to the hospital. That's according to the complaint. I mean, I assume there's these types of things that happen when folks are being held by officers with beatings and aggression when fight backs happen. I'm not sure if slamming someone into a frigid area for several hours is the way you go about this, Sharon.
Yeah, and what about all the times when somebody doesn't fight back? It's still not right, but we have a lot of cases where people didn't do anything except run, and this happens. They even confiscated his teeth. They confiscated his teeth. His mother got back probably in a little Ziploc baggie after his death. This is called torture. It's inhumane, it's torture. This is the kind of stuff that people would say, did you know that Saddam Hussein did? And did you know it's torture? That's what it is.
And you wonder if folks can go home and sleep night afterwards.
How?
How many times does this happen where we don't see video and we don't have images of it? It's a tough job. I'm not gonna take that back. But there's a reason why you get paid to do tough jobs and why you have a choice of whether or not you wanna do that tough job. I'm not a police officer, I'm not a corrections officer, I'm not a prison guard. It's a tough job. Maybe do it right.